Going on, 49er Faithful, 49er Fam, 49er Gang. This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. That being said, let's get right on into it. We are here. Hey, what's going on, Raphael? What's going on, Sin? We are here, man. It is time for us to meet the 53-man roster. And it has been filled out. We had some surprise cuts. We had a couple people we thought would make it. But either way, 53-man roster is here. Give me just a sec. I'm going to pull it up. Hopefully everyone is having a good morning. You know what I'm saying? Sun's out. It's shining. Hopefully the heat in Arizona starts to go away so we don't have to deal with that. But that's a beautiful thing. Let's see here. I am trying to pull it up. I don't know why. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Now I want to go to my profile, man. Twitter then became a headache now. It's different. You know, it used to just be simpler back in the day. No, I want to think, nabbit, man. Give me just one moment here. There it is. Early in the morning, y'all. Early morning hiccups. All right. All right, there we go. I'm going to share my screen. What's going on, 49 Chanel? Yep. I'll share that one. All right. And let's do it like that. Or better yet, give me just a sec. Is this good? Yeah, let's make it bigger. Boom. Do it like that. Should be able to see it a lot better now. What is going on? Let's try it this way. There we go. So that makes it big enough for everybody to be able to read and see. And hopefully all of y'all have a good idea of everything and y'all can read that properly. So 49ers roster is here. Some surprise cut. Definitely a surprise trade that we all know about. Trey Lance is no longer here. He is a Dallas Cowboy. Hurts Niner fans to the core because we hate the Cowboys with the passion. But at this point, it is what it is. We got to move forward and work with the squad that we currently have. So, with that being said, starting with the 49ers roster, we got the QB room. It is weak outside of our starter. And that's the issue. So, Brock Purdy, starter. Sam Darnold, backup. Brandon Allen, third quarterback. Here's the thing. If we have to go to Sam Darnold or Brandon Allen, our season is over. And if we have a shitty season, people, mark my words, Captain Kirk will be in the building next year. It just makes sense. If Brock Purdy isn't who they say he is, if Brock Purdy is just a flash in the pan, what we saw last year was an anomaly. Defenses have figured him out. He starts throwing interceptions, whatever the case may be. Then we are screwed. I do not trust Sam Darnold, and I don't trust Brandon Allen, definitely, especially not the way he played against fucking backups. Backups of backups. And yeah, I'm going to get to that, James. I'm definitely going to get to that because I wasn't happy about McCrary Ball being cut. Wasn't happy about Davidson or Deshaun Jameson. You know, we had a couple of people that left, but I'm pretty sure some of these guys will come back on the practice squad if they can clear waivers and whatnot. But that is our QB room. A lot of people think that Sam Darnold is supposed to magically resurrect his career here. I am sorry that man has given you 56 reasons to show you why he is not a starter and why he is no longer a franchise guy. But hey, y'all want to believe in Sam, you go right the fuck ahead. I can tell you this. I have no faith that young man is going to do a damn thing. USC quarterbacks in the NFL just fail. They do. It is what it is. The only great USC quarterback was Carson Palmer, and he wasn't even great because he couldn't win a playoff game to save his life. The only actual great quarterback that came out of USC in more recent history is Mr. Butt Fumble himself, and that would be Mark Sanchez. Now, what is he doing? He don't even play football no more. He is commentating, people. Man went to back-to-back AFC championship games, but after that, his career just never was the same. And we all know most of that was that Jets defense, but hey, we got to give Mark some kind of credit. If we can give Jimmy credit, Mark got to get credit too. So I'm sorry I have no faith in Sam Darnold. I definitely ain't got no damn faith in Brandon Allen. So moving on. Once again, if Brock Purdy goes down, I don't know. But for the backs, we got Christian McCaffrey. We got Juice, Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason, and TDP. Now, TDP was a bit of a surprise to me because he didn't look great. But then again, with the way that Elijah Mitchell goes down, we'll definitely need TDP. He'll most likely be inactive on most game days just due to the fact that we only keep 3 backs active for game days. I know that's what Kyle likes, so it'll probably be Mitchell, McCaffrey, and Mason. And then you already know Juice is one of those guys. So it may just be McCaffrey and Mitchell or Juice. And Mason and TDP may be on the inactive list, or possibly it could just be a situation where they do have Jordan Mason active because of what he contributes for us on the way he contributes for us on special teams. So that's a possibility. Il Manning and Fisher. That definitely confused me. It definitely surprised me about Jalen Moore too. We'll get to that. So for the wide receivers, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan motherfucking Jennings, Ronnie Bell, Ray McLeod, and Danny Gray. Now, I don't understand why we kept Ray McLeod. He ain't even going to play for several weeks, but you know how it is. I guess Kyle sometimes likes his guys. And then Danny Gray is a surprise to me to be able to actually make the squad since we haven't been able to see shit from him all offseason pretty much. You haven't seen much of anything. So it's definitely confusing to me when I'm looking at it like, damn, how the hell are we, dealing with this? And this dude ain't even played not a snap. But down, we don't even know what's going on. And plus, I always felt like Danny Gray was only going to be relevant if Trey Lance was on the field because his job is to go deep and take the top off the defense. So maybe they decide that, they throw Sam Darnold in. Darnold does have a big arm, pause. So he should be able to get the ball down the field to Danny Gray. But I don't know. It just Ronnie Bell, I knew he was going to make it after the way he showed up and showed out in preseason, and he was consistent. I was really hoping that Chris Conley could stay healthy because he actually looked really, really good. But, it kind of happens to be that he was cut. I think he did have a shoulder injury as well. So it is what it is. And with the injuries, we're in the top 10 of most injured teams since Kyle and John have been here. So this is nothing fucking new. So that's why we always wind up having people, that are there. No, TDP isn't the only power back we have. You got to believe in the power of Jordan Mason. Mason's a banger. That's how he runs. He's got some speed to him. But yeah, Mason runs hard. I actually like Mason over. I like Jordan Mason over TDP. So for me, that's what I like. I think the running back room, is going to shape up to be what it is. But we just got to hope that we can have some health luck with Elijah Mitchell. Man averages 6 yards a carry, but he ain't never on the field, so that kind of sucks. But all the other receivers were the usual suspect. I didn't see anybody else really making the squad. No one else stood out to me that felt like they were going to make a big impact outside of, honestly, Chris Conley. But other than that, this is pretty much the team you expected when it comes to the receiver. So for the tight ends, we got George Kittle, Charlie Warner, Ross Dwelly, and Braden Willis. They threw Cam Latu. I believe they put him on season-ending IR or something. They probably going to try to stash him, and that's the way they'll keep him here and not let him go anywhere else. As far as the guys who made it, I didn't really think anybody was going to do anything different. Brady Willis being down at the bottom of the depth chart makes sense only because he's new and he's raw. As far as understanding our scheme, not raw for talent, but he's all right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, having Ross and Charlie here, it's just those are two blockers. Ross every now and then catches a good football. And we all know George Kittle is the ultimate tight end, pro with that. So we've got four tight ends. I guarantee you not everybody's going to be active on game day. So we'll have some people inactive and whatnot. But next up, we got Trent Williams. O-line, Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jake Brendel, Spencer Burford, Colton McKivitz. Those are our starters, obviously. So our backups are Jalen Moore, Matt Pryor, John Feliciano, and Nick Zakelj. Now, Jalen Moore and Nick Zakelj are the guys that confuse me on how they made the squad. Jalen Moore, I'm not saying he looked bad. He actually looked all right as a left tackle. He did. I'm not going to lie. But it's a crazy situation when it comes down to, his career since he's been here. They try to play him at guard and they try to play him at tackle. And I think, honestly, left tackle backing up Trent Williams is going to be the best thing for him. Matt Pryor didn't show anything crazy. Neither did John Feliciano. But, those two dudes, I think they're versatile on the line. That's why they stayed. Nick Zakelj, I have no idea why he made this fucking team because he looked like hot shit on the stick. And Il Manning was definitely better than him, but it is what it is. So defensive linemen, Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave, Kevin Givens, and Drake Jackson, Cleveland Farrell, and then our backups, Javon Kinlaw, Robert Beal, Kalia Davis, and Nick Bosa. So what kills me is we ain't seen nothing from Robert Beal. Beal ain't seen the field since he's been here, and that just doesn't make sense to me. I've heard nothing about him. And we drafted him, so I'd love to see who this kid is and what he does. I don't know if he's actually supposed to play D-line or if he's packing on weight. Like, what? I don't know. I feel like they're going to redshirt Beal this year. Kalia Davis making the squad is definitely a surprise. I thought that T.Y. McGill or Davidson would have made it over him because those two dudes looked better and they've proven more. So I have no idea why. We always do this, when it comes to this regime. They always want to take an injured player and then force him on the field and try to push him out there to see if he can do something. And then you let go of players that actually can do some shit, and it doesn't make sense. Let's see here. So, it right now, no Bosa. And that's a problem. We need to get him signed. We got a few days until this damn season starts. What's going on, Gammon? We got a few days until this season starts, and I'm sorry. I need Nick Bosa on this goddamn team, and I need him on this team now, like yesterday. They need to get that man signed and stop playing with his goddamn money. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know who the issue is or what, whether it's time, I don't care what it is. I know you want to keep Bosa a 49er forever. Here's the thing. Just get a man a 4-year deal, give him about $32, $33 million and call it a day. If he wants 35, 36, fuck it. Trade his ass. I'd rather start on my ends with Farrell on one end and put Drake on the other and just move the fuck on. I know I can get a good haul because Nick Bosa is a great player, but I'm not going to pay him an exorbitant amount of money and then fuck myself out of keeping someone else. I can tell you right now, I know I had somebody yesterday. I had a buddy of mine ask me yesterday, my buddy Flo. He said, would you rather have an elite pass rusher or an elite wide receiver? I told him I'd have a wide receiver. I love the pass rush, but I can tell you right now, it's better for me to keep BA than it is for me to keep Nick Bosa. And I'm just saying that that's the case. One little quick side note on Nick Bosa. It's nice to be, who you are and not get death threats and no one's talking about you. No one wants to cut or trade you, when you hold out to get your money. But when Deebo Samuel did it, it was a whole new ball game. It was death threats. It was hate and cut and I don't like you no more and all this other shit. But we seem to sure as hell dick ride Nick Bosa when Deebo's definitely done a lot for us as well. He is definitely a very intricate part of this 49ers offense. So just seems to me that, it's funny how Bosa's they make sure they waive all of Bosa's fines and all kinds of other shit. But when Deebo did it, we want to threaten the man's life. I'm just saying, keep that same energy for every damn body. Don't do it for certain players and not do it for others. And that's the fucking problem. Y'all out there acting the goddamn fool, and I don't think y'all real fans if y'all do shit like that, because that's not cool. You don't know these people. You can't be threatening people's lives when you don't know who the fuck they are. Somebody can be crazy enough just to come for your ass, and then you fucked. So all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, sign Nick Bosa. Get him in here so we don't have to worry about it. All right? I'm tired of waiting. Parag and John, quit fucking around and find a way to get that man his goddamn money. Because if we start the season without him and we look bad, this is y'all's fault. Just same way you fucked off our picks, the same way you fucking off this situation with Nick Bosa. Get it together, get him signed, and do it like now. I don't want to start the season without him. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, the number one reason that scares me with Nick Bosa not being here, soft tissue injuries. What happens 9 times out of 10 when somebody was holding out for a fucking contract, then they come back and play? What happens? Soft tissue injuries. Those are the things that go on. So it's frustrating. What's going on, Brian? It's frustrating when this stuff happens, and I don't want it to be that way. Gammon asked me, he says, what would I want in return for Bosa if we traded him? You ain't give me nothing less than 2 firsts for Nick Bosa. I tell you that right now. You're going to give me at least 2 first-round picks. That is a guarantee. That's what you will give. And then after that, you know, if I need a little more, or, you know, you want to throw a little extra in the pot, maybe a player or 2, you know, or you want to throw me like some little, you know, small back end picks, like maybe a 5th or a 6th or something like that. Two first and like a 5th. I'm good with that. That works for me. I can draft another player to go ahead and do it, but you know, I like what he brings to the table. And I'm not saying to trade him. I'm just saying it was just funny how the treatment was different for Deebo Samuel than it is for Nick Bosa. Well, both of them are intricate players on each of their respective sides of the ball. So my number one thing is keep that same energy. You're going to be an asshole towards every one person, be an asshole toward everybody. Don't give people passes. You know what I'm saying? So we'll move on to the linebacker group. You know, he said, James says, when Bosa's on the field, he's consistent. We can't hold them to the same star as Deebo. He has 1 brilliant season, skirted by last season. I mean, but either way, this offense doesn't go without Deebo Samuel. If you take Deebo Samuel out of this offense, it's not the same. So that's what I'm saying. Like the reason that I'm stating that is strictly based on the fact that everybody maligned Deebo Samuel and ripped him to shreds, but Nick Bosa has been, well, he's so great and we love him. That's bullshit. Stop acting like that. If you're gonna hold people accountable, hold everybody accountable. Don't half-ass it and pick and choose who you want. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. And believe me, there are teams out there. Hey, look, if the Rams could continuously for years and years find a way to mortgage their future, then somebody would have the draft capital to give us what we want for Nick Bosa. I guarantee you that. People will find a way if they truly feel that that's the case. Deebo is a multi-tool, and yes, CMC is definitely one of the focal points of this offense. But either way, I'm not going to discount Deebo like that. I'm not going to say that he's not an intricate part and that he doesn't matter to a point where we could lose him and everything is just going to keep going on. Though it may run through CMC, Deebo is still a very intricate part of this offense. It is what it is. There's no changing that. He is either the X or the Y on most plays. So he means a lot to this team. Yes, last season wasn't great, but either way, since he's been here, he's done what he can. And I can appreciate him for that. So moving on to the linebackers, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Oren Burks, Jalen Graham, D. Winters, and DFF. Now, DFF was a surprise for me because he ain't do shit. And I just didn't think he deserved to be on the squad. All he is a special teamer. But Jalen Graham and D. Winters making it makes me happy. Oren Burks is really just here because of his special teams value. If they put him on the field, it doesn't make sense. Honestly, I would have cut Oren Burks and kept Marcelino McCrary-Ball. I like what Burks brings to the table, but I think McCrary-Ball is a younger and faster and smarter and better talent. I like Oren Burks, but he's not, he's not really a starter. At least not in my eyes. I'd rather get that other position. Hell, since we cut Marcelino, we probably should get that to D Winters. I think he's faster. His sideline to sideline movement is insane. So that's our linebacker group. We kept 6 of them. But DFF would be, and Oren Burks are relegated to special teams. I think they're really trying to groom Jalen Graham behind Fred Warner and D Winters behind Dre Greenlaw. So, it works out well either way. I like the linebacking core. So for the DBs, we only kept 5, which it's definitely a little confusing, but it is what it is. Of course, you got Mooney, Demo, Sam Womack. Ambry Thomas, a surprise guy to make the squad. He was on the roster bubble before the season because of what happened last year. He openly came out and admitted he was feeling himself. He got a little too ahead of himself, and now he's back to being himself. So he's normal now. He feels like he can do what he has to do. Turbo Duran, how come your coach made Trey Lance look bad? How come your coach didn't know how to use him? Terrible business. Don't get me started on that Turbo Duran because I am not happy about that one bit. And believe me, this first time I've ever seen your name in my chat. I can tell you right now, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. Definitely like. And I've got plenty of videos shooting on Kyle Shanahan and letting everybody know how I feel about him and for what he's done to Trey Lance and how he's handled things since he's been here. A lot of people don't want to hold him accountable, but I do. So Isaiah Oliver makes the squad. As you see, he's the last on the depth chart. I would say that makes sense. And the reason being is because Oliver didn't show us anything in preseason that says he deserves to be higher on that depth chart. I mean, if you start the season with Mooney and Demo on the outside and then have Womack in the slot, I'm comfortable with that. And then having Ambry Thomas as a backup is a good thing because he's there. It definitely works. I think, honestly, they're giving Al-Shaair's spot to Oren Burks as of right now. But honestly, I think that either D Winters or Jalen Graham is going to supplant him, and he won't wind up being here. The Crazy Juice was had, and he says, I'm disappointed that Deshaun Jameson and Quantrez Knight didn't make the roster. I know it definitely is confusing to me. Quantrez Knight is definitely a great prospect, and so is Deshaun Jameson. I think what happened with Jameson is when he muffed that punt, that fucked everything up. We all know Kyle is a in the moment type of coach. He lives for the now and not for the future. So he definitely saw that and probably was like, nah, we can't have him here, dropping the ball and what it is. What's going on, Edgar? So honestly, the DB room is cool. Hopefully Oliver can get it together and be able to, make some plays and do some things for us. Safety room, we got Talanoa Hufanga, Tayshaun Gibson, Jair Brown, and George Odom. I didn't expect anything less. Those were the guys that I had penciled in anyway in my head to be in our safety room. It makes perfect sense because Gipp and Huff are the starters and Brown and Odom are the backups, and that's perfectly fine, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I saw that video, Turbo. I did. I saw that video when it came down to what Jimmy G was saying, and it only just kind of proves that Kyle Shanahan is an egotistical, narcissistic bastard. That's just who he is. And, unfortunately, if you're on the team, you have to deal with that. This dude, makes his decisions and doesn't care how anyone feels about him. But back to the safeties really quick. It definitely is a good room. I'm comfortable with that. We already know George Odom is there for his special teams. I think Jair Brown may even play for special teams too. But Jake Moody, Mitch Wisnowski, and Tabor Pepper are our special teams guys. We're hoping that Moody is healthy before the season goes. We were working out Vizcaino and Rossellino yesterday. Vizcaino comes from a long line of kickers. They all go to ASU. I'm like right down the street from ASU, so I see his he's got like a big ass banner out there, and they literally have like his whole family lineage there because most of his family goes to ASU and they are kickers. And like that's like a rite of passage for Vizcaino, at least for his specific family. But yeah, those are our guys. We're hoping Jake Moody is healthy because if not, I think they put Zane Gonzalez on the IR or something like that because of his calf. So it kind of sucks, but that's our squad, people. Those are our guys. Brian in there with the bullshit, man. He said Taylor Pepper needs to step up. I love it, man. I love a good laugh in the morning. Laughter is really good for the soul. But yeah, that's basically it. Those are our guys. That's basically what we have, and that is definitely the current roster. So, I mean, we all know who the starters are. We all know how this works. Um, to be honest with you, I expect a lot from Drake Jackson. I do expect him to be in on every down, doing everything that he's supposed to do. I know a lot of people don't have faith in him. I do. I feel like Drake Jackson is going to explode this year. I feel like if they given that nickel linebacker spot to Sam Womack, he's going to explode this year. We have to get Bosa in the building because we need that, him taking up those double teams and opening the door for Kinlaw, not Kinlaw, for Hargrave, Armstead, and for Drake Jackson. And I think the combination of Bosa and Jackson on the outside coming in from those ends and pushing everything right into the middle, right in the waiting arms of Armstead and Kinlaw. I keep saying Kinlaw, Hargrave. I think that's going to be a fantastic thing. I really do. I think those guys are going to have a lot better situation, and we're going to ball. I think BA has a really big season. I'm expecting him to go definitely over 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns this season. I expect the same for George Kittle. As far as the double-digit touchdowns, I'm going to give George Kittle 8. I'm not going to go double digits, but he probably will go over 1,000 yards. Purdy seems to like him, and they have made a pretty good connection. I expect Debo to have at least 1,000 all-purpose yards and double-digit touchdowns, whether coming from rushing and possibly even receiving. Hopefully, more receiving than anything. So I expect us to do a lot, man, and I expect us to win. And I can tell you right now, if the season goes down the toilet, as I stated, Captain Kirk will be here. Hoping that Moody is good so he can kick these extra points and field goals. And I hope he goes out and just continually kicks in an open field to start to understand the winds and everything in the city of San Francisco or Santa Clara, because that's basically what it is. Those winds in California are nasty and they are different. So you have to learn how to kick in that. I know he came from Michigan, so he can kick in inclement weather, but the winds out there in California are different. So you got to be able to do that. But Turbo Duran says, let's see here. He said, if the 49ers do bad this season, you think it's time to pull the plug on your coach? Yes. Yes, I've been saying that. If we don't win the Super Bowl, I don't want Kyle Shanahan here anymore. The man is 51-47 in 6 fucking seasons. It's only 4 games over 500. Though you've had 3 playoff appearances, 3 NFC championship games, and 1 Super Bowl, you still haven't won shit. And you still have 3 seasons that are no, I'm not giving asterisks to anything. This is all, the way you came in is the way you're going to leave. Don't let the dough hit you where the good Lord split you. For me, if we do not win a Super Bowl this season, I am pissed. And you look stupid for fucking off all our picks as it is. And him and John, man, y'all out there fucking up. And just to give you a little bit of it, Turbo Duran, I basically stated, fuck Kyle Shanahan and fuck John Lynch. And the reason being is because of how they treated that young man since he got here. Kyle made this decision when the minute Brock's UCL was torn. He knew, all right, Brock's going to be my guy. And then you're bringing in Sam Darnold and you automatically are relegating, Trey Lance to the 3rd string spot when you gave up all that draft capital for him. I just don't see this shit happen on other teams. No one else makes these type of decisions. You literally go there, you spend all that draft capital on a dude, you put no faith in him, you don't let him start, you don't give him the same playbook as you gave, Jimmy and Brock, and then you go out there and he tears his ankle up, and you go out there and had a nerve to say nobody could lose their job to injury. Long story short, Jimmy Ward did, and so did Trey Lance, and that's why Trey Lance is now a Cowboy. The way he's been handled since he's been here has been horrific and it's been stupid. If I'm Trey Lance, I don't want to see anything that has to do with 49ers at all. You know why? Fuck the coach and fuck this team. Because y'all didn't stand up for me. I'm sorry. It's really messed up. Nobody on that team came to bat for him. Nobody. Not one soul came out and defended him. They defended Jimmy Garoppolo to no goddamn end. And that man never won not one playoff game for us. Not one of them. The one game we did ask his dumbass to win, he lost. And it was the Super Bowl, which I have no idea why we would do that. But either way, It was just that if I'm Trey Lance, that hurts me. And I'm telling the players that I actually even fuck with, y'all, why y'all ain't come to my defense, dog? Yes, he's a grown man. Yes, these things happen, But as a head coach, they ask you what goes on. The first thing comes out of your mouth is, well, he's a first-round pick. Comes with the territory. Really? You wouldn't do that shit if they was talking shit like that about Brock. You sure did defend Jimmy's punk ass. You designed the system to mask his fucking deficiencies, for God's sake. And we all know Jimmy was ass. But him saying there's a lot of weird shit going on in the building, the way they treated Trey Lance, all these things are just normal. That other coach coming out and telling us exactly who Kyle is, how he coaches, and how he thinks. And then him basically, if you look along the timeline since he's been here and even in his past, you know the truth of it. I told y'all, I've said it before, Turbo. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Kyle does not like black quarterbacks, period. He didn't like McNabb. He didn't like RG3. He didn't want him, neither did his daddy. And he definitely didn't want Trey Lance. So I don't know why the fuck you picked him if he wasn't going to waste no time. You got to at least have hope and give it to someone, and give them a chance. You can't just give up on them and say, well, you didn't work out. I don't like you and you're not moving fast enough. So fuck it. I saw the new flashier thing right here and this is what it is. Grass ain't always greener on the other side, people. It's like being married but having a side bitch. Side bitch may do some little freaky shit that your wife don't do, but at the end of the day, your wife may do a lot. Hey, what's going on, Panama? Panama Queen in the house, y'all. I can't play the song. That's Real Talk, Not a Talk thing, but I definitely can say it's always great to have the Queen in the building. So when it comes down to it, for me, I do not like how they treated the situation. And plus, the other thing about Kyle and black quarterbacks is he had the opportunity to draft quarterback when he first got here, but they stupidly drafted Solomon fucking Thomas, who they were told not to draft. And we had two quarterbacks that were great in that draft. That was Deshaun Watson and Patrick fucking Mahomes. But what were they? Black. So you didn't see Kyle go running after them. He was too busy dick riding Kirk Cousins. And what happened? That failed. And that's how we wound up with Jimmy fucking Garoppolo. End of story. Either way, that is our squad, people. We all know who our starters are. You'll have Brock at the quarterback. CMC is the running back. Juice is the fullback. Our starters on wide receiver are BA and Debo. And then you'll have George Kittle at the tight end, Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jake Brendel, Spencer Burford, and Colt McKivitz. That is your starting squad. Yeah, I don't like what Kyle does. And believe you me, like I said, if this is another failure of a season, I'd love to see him go. It's probably not going to happen, but I know Kirk Cousins will be here, and then that's going to get even worse. Reason being is because Kirk Cousins is trash, and he doesn't show up when the lights are on. So it is what it is. On defense, your starters, he said Purdy. Pretty much, that is very true. Purdy or bust, because other than that, we are fucked, people. So at the end of the day, it is going to be on defense. This is what it should be, but they don't give this man his goddamn money. It'll be somebody else. Should be Bosa, Hargrave, Armstead, and Drake Jackson. What's going on, Will? But we have Steve Young, this guy. Yeah, I like that one too, Gavin. Sam Darnold is our future. Good Lord. If that's the future, I do not want to be here with that. But our starting linebackers obviously are going to be most likely we usually stay in a base nickel package, so it's going to be Dre and Fred out there for the main part. Anybody else out there is probably going to be Oren Burks, unless somebody shows up and shows out, and I hope that's D Winters to be able to do that. And then when it comes to our DBs, of course, I believe you'll have Demo and Mooney on the outside, and then you should put Sam Womack in the slot. Safeties are obviously going to be Huff and Gipp, but that's our squad. Those are our starters, and this is what it's going to be. Silverado Kev, what's going on, brother? You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Hopefully everything is all good with your pimping. We're just going over this squad and everything. Like I said, it's just surprise cuts, honestly. T.Y. McGill, Davidson, those two dudes look really good. And I'm just really confused on how we weren't able to, we weren't able to keep them. And, they wound up getting let go. We even cut Kerry Hyder. So I'm pretty sure you'll see some of these guys back on the practice squad. they'll try to sneak a few of these dudes back there and see if we can't get them there. Brian Cope says if we win the Super Bowl, we should all get washable tattoos. Now I'm straight. I'm sorry, I ain't getting no washable tattoo. If I get a tattoo, it'll be like the SF or something like that. That would be it. But it kind of is what it is. But that's our squad. We're good. Hopefully things work out for us this season. I want everything to be great. And for anybody out there watching, people, just remember this. I'm red and gold till I'm dead and cold. I will always root for the Niners. Because I root for the Niners does not mean I have to like what is going on around here. Some people may like it. Some people want to dick ride the organization and say that they're doing everything right. Some people think that, they know best and everything is great. But the results of the moves that they make tell you that there's definitely problems and in ways that they are handling things. And for me, that's why I don't trust them. It's a situation of knowing that there can be things that aren't going to add the fuck up and nobody's being held accountable. And we got soft-ass media. And to me, it was some bitch shit for Kyle to go out there and put Fred and Javon in that position, knowing they was going to ask about what happened with Trey Lance. Like, you ducked the media like a little hoe. And then, top it all off. You didn't defend him. You come out there and spew a bunch of lies and bullshit and go, oh, well, I feel like I let Trey down. You did let Trey down, you fucking idiot. You let him down. You never believed in him. You couldn't even have the patience. That young man had to go out on his own and work with someone to get his mechanics right. He did that by himself, people. So Trey Lance is a self-starter. He doesn't need anything. You ever fill out there, you go out and fill out a job application, and then in the skills they put self-starter, doesn't need to be told what to do, just does it. That's how it should be working. Look at TC12I. I appreciate it, man. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. This dude, there was two people he dick rolled. It was the organization and Jimmy Garoppolo all day long. Nice to see you, TC12I. If you haven't liked to subscribe, definitely do, man. I'm going to keep this stuff going. I'm still going to work on them things. I'm trying to get some people from different teams come in. We're going to do some cross streams, compare some rosters and see how people feel, and then go from there. Thank you. I appreciate that, Turbo. I really do. I do. He says, I'm not a 49ers fan, but I like your opinions and you don't lie. And fake it, you speak facts. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And that's me, man. I just keep it a buck with shit. I always have been. I always will. Anybody in this chat that's here, most of the people I know. And, I've hung out with my dog, Silverado Kev. I'd love to get a chance to meet Brian Cope. Seems like a fantastic individual. All the other people, even Panama too. I'm saying? Everybody here, man, they are awesome. If you come in, if anybody in this chat, Willie Rodriguez, appreciate it. I hope that does not happen. I really don't want that to happen, Willie. I'm telling you right now, I need Dak to stay healthy because I never want us to lose a game, especially to the fucking Cowboys of our team. God, no. My wife will never let me live it down. She is a Cowboys fan. I would die. Oh my God, she'd be walking around talking shit all fucking day. But what I will tell you is this. If Trey Lance happens to be the starter when we play the Cowboys, and he comes out and kicks our ass and shreds us, that would be the biggest slap in the face and the biggest fuck you to Kyle that has ever happened. Like that, oh my God, that's the biggest fuck you to him you could give. I'm going to come out and whoop y'all ass. And honestly, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Trey Lance knows our offense. He can give it to the Cowboys. Yes, he can. Here's the thing. People are saying that Kyle will switch up the play calling and switch up the names and stuff like that. Let me explain something to you. I don't care how you switch the names up. Concepts are still the same. Trey can tell you, hey, when this person goes in motion, this is going to happen. When that person goes in motion, that's going to happen. Purdy, I've seen him do this, this, and this. This is his weakness. This is his strength. If you don't believe that stuff gets passed around the league from team to team, when people get traded, you must be fooling yourself. So there are going to be small intricacies that he can give to the Cowboys to give them a leg up on us as competition. I'm not saying that it's going to work, even but at the end of the day, you just want to be careful. You definitely so. Dak Prescott, yeah. It is what it is, man. You know, a lot of people, a lot of the Cowboys fans are very much embracing Trey Lance, and thank you guys so much. I usually don't say thank you to Cowboy fans because most of them are delusional and have no idea that they ain't winning no Super Bowl anytime soon. But I do appreciate the way that they are treating the young man and that they seem to be pretty cool about it. Nobody is saying anything negative. You know, I did do a show. I did do a quick little thing on Instagram, and I was shouting out several people because I'm a big proponent of lifting up your people. Hold your people down. And to be honest with you, people, it hurts my heart and it hurts my soul that we have so many other black men tearing Trey Lance down every chance they get. Ryan Clark, Sam Acho, Shady McCoy, you know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin. We all brothers. At the end of the day, the one thing we've always lacked in our community is unity. Why would you therefore go out and tear that young man down? Why every chance y'all get, y'all want to talk negative and talk bad about him? The only person that held him down while undisputed was Richard Sherman. He said exactly what you need to say when it comes to Trey Lance. Just haven't seen enough. That's what you say. You know what I'm saying? Dan Orlovsky, I need you to shut the fuck up. Don't even speak Trey Lance's name ever again in your life. Michael Lombardi, when Trey Lance sees you, I hope he bitch slaps your ass back to hell. You know what I'm saying? For your dumb comments and your stupidity. Because when you speak on someone to that level that you did, you deserve to get your ass slapped. You deserve to get your ass whooped. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, with every bit of my every fiber of my being, every bit of my soul. Do not talk about me like that. Trey Lance is a very humble and nice and awesome kid. But I can tell you this, man, shit. Ain't no way in hell you get me to be that polite when you say what you said like he did. That was fucked up. But either way, we are the Niners. This is the team that we got it. We definitely will make sure that we do everything we can to get some W's in this, in the season. I don't know. Everybody's giving us an L against the Steelers. I feel like we can beat them. I really do. We have a very high-powered offense, and if Brock is who he was last year, we should be perfectly fine. The only issue I have is T.J. Watt tearing Colt McKivitz a brand new asshole. He gonna fuck him with no Vaseline, people. Yeah, I said it, and that's a major pause. But believe you me, T.J. Watt ain't no damn joke. I hope Colton is ready for that damn task, man, because he gonna come. He coming for him. But Turbo says Trey Lance will take Dak Prescott's job next season if Dak Prescott don't make it to the Super Bowl or NFC Championship game, and Dak Prescott is gone and the Cowboys. I mean, to be honest with you, it's hard because Dak Prescott counts a lot against your dead cap. So you don't want to wind up paying a guy that kind of money. So the smartest thing to do is, if you feel Dak Prescott isn't the guy, let Trey Lance know right now. If he fails, this is your team. Get him ready. Tell him, hey, look, I like what you did in the offseason working with Christensen. Do it again. Continue to improve. Continue to be you. Do all the things that you want. Quan's with the Steelers? I didn't know Quan was with the Steelers. I know we had let him go, and I think he went to the Bucs. And then, I don't know. Yeah, he said cars. I don't understand what you mean by that. So cars you just don't repaint. I'm not sure what that means. But basically, okay. He said, well, I got you. I saw it up there. My bad. I saw your other comment. He said, what happens when Trey car now, does he repaint it or replace it? Hell no, man. Shit. I'm not replacing it. I mean, I love red. That's my favorite color. So I just leave my shit cherry red in color. Dang, I ain't playing no games. I'm out there whooping. You know what I'm saying? He said Trey won't be Purdy 30-plus points. You never know, man. Cowboys seem to be very comfortable. They figured I was listening to Twin and his brother. Shout out Twin Empire. And his brother was saying that they feel like Robert Turpin is basically like their Deebo Samuel. CeeDee Lamb ain't nothing to scoff at. Dalton Schultz is all right. The weakness the Cowboys have is Dak Prescott and their line, and that's a really bad weakness to have. So Cooper Rush, honestly, I think they saw limitations with Cooper Rush. That's what I'm saying. I think they, gold and black. I mean, that's not bad. Gold and black ain't bad. You can make it work. I ain't mad at it. You can make gold and black work. Cooper Rush right now currently is their number 2 quarterback. But I honestly do believe that they traded for Trey Lance just because they feel like, hey, if I can get him to do this with this situation, it's going to work out. You know what I'm saying? If I can groom him, if I can let him sit this year again, learn behind Dak, learn the offense, figure out everything. He's already had to sit with Kyle and learn that really confusing and very, very scripted offense. So now I'm gonna go, oh, okay, cool. I can just teach him this. He'll already pick up the shit fast. I just got to get him out there on the field to, make sure he gets his reps, do what he does. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Trey Lance is a Cowboy. It is what it is. I'll follow his career loosely, but I can't watch a Cowboys game unless they're playing us because I want us to beat them. I typically when I'm watching a Cowboys game, I root for them to lose. I'd love Trey Lance, but I cannot. It's not in me to like the Cowboys. I can't do it. It's not going to happen. Will I watch Trey Lance and follow him from a distance? Yeah, but I can't. I can't do that. That's not going to work. Dalton Schultz with the Texans. My bad. I don't even know who their tight end is in Dallas. They drafted a guy. Yeah, see? There you go. So, either way, people, that is our roster. I love our team. Let's go out there. Let's get them wins. I predict at least 13-4, 14-3. I do have us getting the shit beat out of us by the Ravens because we do not defend well against mobile quarterbacks, and Lamar Jackson runs all over the damn place, and the man actually has viable fucking receivers for a change. So hopefully, we can get that win, but that is definitely an L. I'm telling you right now. I don't see us losing a division game. The only division game we could possibly lose or drop is if we drop one to the Seahawks. They're our only competition in this division. The Cardinals are trash. The Rams are trash. We all know that. What's going on, Dave McKnighter? Oh, I like the new logo. That's hard. That's hard right there. Wait, who? Dave who? The Super OG? Hey, man, shout out to Super OG Dave, man. Happy birthday to you, my brother. Nothing but love, man. You know what I'm saying? Dave, that's as they call him on Real Talk, Naughty Talk, man. That's Super Dave, the OG. Hey, man, happy birthday to you, good brother. Happy birthday, man. And then Kev, you said yours is on Friday. Shall I give you a shout? I'll do a show purposely on Friday. I'll even come on here just for a few minutes to say shout out to my dog, my homeboy, the man, Silverado Kev, boy. Yeah, man, them Virgos is a motherfucker. I know. My mama's a Virgo. My grandma was a Virgo. My daughter is a Virgo. My niece is a Virgo. Yeah, y'all out there, bro. Y'all Virgos out. Y'all some argumentative motherfuckers too. God damn. Y'all will argue to no end. But it's all love. It's all love, man. Yeah, happy birthday to all the Virgos in the building. Anybody that had a birthday in August, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, man. Virgos are good individuals, very good people. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, argumentative is all hell. Good Lord. I'm going to get out of here, man. Get myself ready for work. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Appreciate everybody that stopped through. Shout out to the people that I just seen in here, Turbo, Willie Rodriguez. Thank y'all so much for coming in and hanging out with your boy. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm always here. Shout out my boy Gammon, Edgar, Dominator, Panama Queen, Crazy Juice, Sin, everybody, man. Edgar, James, and nothing but love. Man, let me tell y'all something real quick before I get up out of here. Kelts, my mate. Yee! That's my dog, man. Kelts Chronicles in the bed. Dang. Hey, man. Happy birthday to you, big dog. Happy motherfucking birthday, man. I hope you have a great time. I hope you have fun. Hope you get you a little something at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Nothing but love to you, bro. My guy Kelts, man. He is Kelts is if y'all ain't seen Rich, man. Rich is a really good dude, bro. He's a good human. And that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? People are just good humans. Rich is a good human. Like, I feel like I know Rich. Like, me and Rich, That was the homie from like Another Life. Like he's really cool, man. He's such a good dude. Good person. But he says never ending BS. When there's been a calm, the roster is loaded, pros and cons. They say ignoring the noise, yet create the most. Bad luck isn't coincidence. Faulty biz will never win. Winning it all. Yeah, that's correct, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all so much for coming through and hanging out with your boy. I will be back with more videos. I'll see if I can find me a Steelers content creator. We'll do some cross promoting, man. And then, like I said, I'm definitely going to get some of the guys from our direct division, you know, from the Seahawks, from the Niners. Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Lamb Chops. See if we get somebody on. Maybe if I can sneak Jim Everett, the great crazy ass, on here, man. You know he delusional as fuck. I might be able to get him to come on and hang out, you know, and do the same. Yes. I mean, you know, Dave, you already know how I feel, man. You know, I mean, if you watch this, I'm telling you right now, if you watch me, you're basically watching an extension of Real Talk Matter Talk. I am Hive Gang, though. Don't get it twisted. Those are my dogs. Shout out to the Red and Gold Standard podcast. Shout out my guys, Matt. Shout out Forever Faithful podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homies Perry, Ali, all my dogs in the Hive. Those are my guys. I fuck with the Hive heavy. Those are my dudes. Shout out Nothing But Niners. Shout out Mariah and Taryn doing their work over there. Shout out Brian Cope. All of my content creators, man. Shout out to Breezy and the Nitty Gritty Niners crew. You know, shout out to Tony from Nothing But Niners. Even when he shows up, that's our resident GM. Like, we got so many content creators. There's so much love in this 49ers community. I really would love for us, man, to all get together. Shout out my man Ty Austin. Shout out Twin. All of them, man. Like, if we could all get together for like a content creator, like fucking meeting, or like just have like a little moment where we all are at like one spot, that shit would be dope as fuck, man. I think it's just a meeting of the minds, and you know, we'd be able to figure it out. Shout out my boy CG Ruthless, man. That's my dog. He's been really good doing his thing, man. Shout out to the Camper Report, young man out there in Denver, Colorado. He's a 49er fan, doing great work. So many people, man. John Jay, he out there with the 49ers Ultimate Report doing his thing. Man, it's nothing but love to all of my content creators. Y'all stay up, y'all stay faithful, y'all stay blessed. Have a wonderful day. And we already know, man, at the end of the day, it's not a gang or don't bang, homie. You see what it is. You know what it is. We got to get this sixth one, man. If we don't, we got a problem in the building. Be blessed, y'all.